Hey there all! I have another speed paint coming in, which I promised I would do, and I did. Took a while, but I did. This one was for the second day in the hashtag Blacktober prompt list. But funny part is I accidentally switched the prompts for the second and third day, so technically it's not supposed to be vibrant, but rather cozy. But here we are, I suppose. This speed paint might be a wee bit longer since it's like an actual small illustration, so it'll be a lot more longer than the first one. Either way, let's get started. Okay, alright, so here I am doing the skin layer or the skin tone color, and yeah, for this one I decided to go ahead and just cut out the extra bits around the whole software so it doesn't seem so cluttered. And plus for this illustration I didn't really zoom in that much, so you wouldn't really be able to see my mouse moving, but I'm still painting. It's just that you won't really be able to see my mouse moving, so I just decided really to take out the extra bits out just to make it less cluttered, like I said. Okay, well, it's pretty much the same thing as I did the first time, get the color, put in the base color, come back in, shade in, and everything. But sometimes I tend to go all over the place, so there isn't really a strategic way of me doing this, but it's more or less the important part is to honestly just get the flats in and done, and then that's when we can start worrying about shading and everything like that. Oh, but I could also talk about the prompt for rather day 3 instead of day 2. But this one was supposed to be cozy, but I mean it's vibrant. So what I basically did was I took my model and I decided to go ahead and make her, happy and jolly. She's got pointy teeth, so she's smiling nice and bright. Yeah, see, I wanted to have a little background thing where she's just on the railing on a nice sunny day, a little beach where the road is above the beach area and stuff like that. But you'll find out later that just did not work out as I thought it did. Yep, here comes the erasing part. This one, honestly, because this piece is a little bit more illustrator-ish, or oh my gosh, illustration type, and not really simple like the first day. You'll see me going back and forth and fighting a little bit with this piece, as how I usually do most of the time. and this is also another technique that I do. Oh, I think I'm pretty sure I showed it last speed paint, but what I usually do is once I put in the flats for that specific object or person or whichever one, after that I usually go back in, lower the opacity, get a good maybe size 10 or 20 eraser, and then just like start to erase at the inner parts of the line art, so it gives it that like almost lineless type of artwork, which is, like I said, what I'm trying to aim for, but not all the way. It's kind of like I'm kind of cheating a little bit by making it have line art then erase the lines, but yeah, I'm still working on it. Yep, did the same thing for the face and body. Basically everything that has like heavy line art in. This is where it looks like I'm trying to do this shading. Yeah, the shading for this piece, like I said, I was fighting it a little bit. Quite frankly, the shading part is where I think I spent the most time in, which you're gonna find out soon enough. I took the most time in because I didn't know how to put the shading for the hat, because the hat is supposed to be like a little sun hat, so it's supposed to be like, you know, on top of like the back of the head, but with the top part and like the sides like peeking out, like Luffy from One Piece. It's supposed to be doing that, but I honestly could not for the life of me figure out how the lighting should go, or like how the shading should be on the hat. It was a little bit hard. I kind of figured out in the end, but I'm not all the way happy with it, but it was enough just to get the job done, I suppose. I might see if I can work on it, but we'll see how that goes. For the body, like as you see me doing now, it was like a little bit tricky. I will admit it was a little bit tricky because the shading for the hat also mattered, because it was also the shading for the head. Like I'm saying as if like the top part of the hat to the inside of the hat was where the shade would drop on the face. So because I couldn't figure out the shading, or like how the hat was falling on the face, I couldn't figure out the shading exactly for the if I couldn't figure out the shading for the hat and how big in size it was, then finding the shading and the lighting for the face was going to be a little bit difficult. But as you can see, I still kind of figured it out a little bit. Not all the way, but I think enough for me to say I can see what I'm trying to do here. Here comes in, I think, all the harsh light, which is like the sunlight and everything, because I wanted it to be like a type of sunny day type of thing where, like, you know, oh, it's bright and sunny, have a sun hat on, the wind is blowing, everything like that. That's why the hair behind her is like in a wiggly or like just all loosey goosey type of form. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The shading for like the dress was probably one of my favorites. Reason being, because it I think is what really brought the sunlight feel to life. I mean, also the shading on the face too, but like mainly the dress was my favorite because I liked how the shading was like towards the inner part or like the upper part of the body, and then like the sun and the shine and everything was like towards the bottom half of the dress. Yeah, I'm still trying to fix the lighting here as well. And I also want to make it a goal of mine to see if I can like make my line art lines more I guess straight, less wobbly and less sketchy, I suppose. Cuz I do tend to draw in a sketchy way. It's just like once it turns into a line art, I have to make sure my lines are more concrete and like more confident. And now comes in the shading for the hair. Now, for the hair, I was honestly thinking of making it like small little afro puffs, like little poofy ones. And I was deciding either that one or just straight out just bubble like bubble hairstyle. But I think I just really wanted to really get that type of like texture. So I decided and went with the Afro Puffs instead. And yeah, you saw me erasing the previous highlighting that I did. Yeah, I realized that obviously based on where the lighting is for the character, it would make no sense if the lighting came from like the background instead of the front where most of the lighting is supposed to come from. And also I got this one type of texture brush which is really really helping me here, and it's actually kind of sort of helping me realize the type of style I want to do as well. It's like your usual square-ish brush. Yeah, it's like a squarish brush, has a tapered end. It's wait, no, it's called flat bristle in Paint Tool Sai. Yeah, it's called flat bristle. And once you tweak around with the settings, like it'll match up to what you want it to do. And here you see me taking a break from the character to work on the background. Like I said, the background I wanted it to be like maybe a road or a simple sidewalk behind her. And I think in the end I thought that it just looked too plain at some point, and just went ahead and did a whole foresty vibes with trees, and I'll work on the highlights and shadows later on. And I'm coming back in for the hair. Honestly, the hair and the hat was the two that I had to fight very much in this whole piece. I honestly think that I feel like I did the hair somewhat okay, but the hat could have been better. But I think I did pretty good for my level, obviously. But I'll still try and see if I can like make it better or learn better ways. I went on Pinterest, I couldn't find anything honestly. So yeah, I also tried very hard to learn different ways to shade a hat. Oh, and here's another thing I usually do. When I usually do hair, I realize that either it's because of the way I color it in or my line art that it looks kind of stiff. So what I usually do is I take the base color that I used in the very beginning, and I go back in with a small brush and then just do little wispy hairs. So for example, like since they're little puffs for the hairstyle ponytail or pigtails, twin pigtails, I just went in and then just did little wispy hairs that came out of the ponytails, just to make it feel more alive or feel more, you know, more there. And you just saw me do the background. The background, actually, I'm pretty happy with how it came out too. I used a lot more shading and stuff like that towards the end of the illustration for sure. But it gets better. It gets better. At least for me, it gets better for me. Oh, here I am trying to fix a little something something. A little bit of the face, a little bit of the hat. And I go back with the hats. The hat, it's honestly, it's trying. But I think in this stage, I was just adding the hard shadows. Hard shadows as in the shadows that are like the basic shadows. Like if you were to make this into a black and white, this would be the black, like the hardest, not the darkest shadow, but you know what I mean. Yeah, this part, when you see me moving my my mouse around like that, or rather the cursor around like that, and like in circles, and it's like usually like a big brush, then that means that I'm just changing the line art color. I usually sketch with a like a dark brown or dark red-ish mix of paint, just because I used to use actual like pure black, but I think I started using the reddish brown pen one day, and then I just didn't stop using it. Yeah, I just didn't stop using it. I don't know, it feels a lot more better, because black is so harsh. It's a harsh color. But yeah, after that I usually just go back in and change the color of the line art to complement the overall feel of what I'm going for. So the reason why like her outfit is like a darkish blue line art is because I kind of didn't want the line art to really like lose itself in the whole piece. So I just added that little spark of color in there so it wouldn't look so you know, done and drained. Oh snap, I think this might be the ending of it soon enough. Oh, voice crack. Either way, in total, I kind of liked this whole piece. Very vibrant. I feel like I matched the prompt really well. I appreciate y'all for coming by, you know. Hear me ramble, sometimes not ramble, and just talk. This will be almost the ending of it. Usually actually at the end I actually put a little layer or outline of white so it won't I don't know, I just like doing that because it feels like a sticker. I love it. I like it. So yeah, I think I did the same thing from like the first illustration I did too, so well, you know. Just adding little highlights, little doodles here and there, making it feel cute, make it look cute. And that was the end of the first day. Second day, actually. Alrighty, that includes this speed paint. I don't think I spoke much this time around since it really felt more like me painting away and fixing things here and there. To be honest, I kind of like that though, because you guys just get to relax and watch while I can not have to say random things. Well, either way, let me not take up too much of your time. Next up is day 3, which is theme cozy, yes. Well, see you then. Yuki signing off. Bye bye.